huge hypocrisy out of Quebec. It turns out that while Quebec politicians were opposing our Energy East pipeline route, they've been subsidizing the construction of an enormous cement factory that will produce more carbon than most Alberta oil sands developments do. It's hard to believe, but it's true. Now, you know that Energy East was cancelled because Justin Trudeau told the National Energy Board to get into the business of regulating up and downstream carbon emissions, something that it's not supposed to do, never has done. And of course, pipelines don't actually produce carbon, they just ship oil. But that's why TransCanada Pipeline has had to cancel the project, costing a $16 billion investment that would have created thousands of jobs and created tens of billions of dollars of value for the Canadian economy. At the same time, we have Quebec politicians who are happy to receive billions in equalization payments funded by Albertans and generated largely by our energy industry, while they don't want to buy our oil because apparently some of them prefer consuming conflict oil from Saudi Arabia and Venezuela. But if that's not bad enough, just recently, the Quebec Premier cut the ribbon to open a huge cement factory in eastern Quebec, in Gaspésie, that is projected to produce, get this, some 2 million tons of carbon emissions. 2 million tons. Now, even when Energy East was fully operational, the carbon footprint of all the oil produced to go into it and eventually burned was about 4 million tons a year. And they've shut that down by insisting on a regulation of its carbon footprint. But guess what? This huge cement factory in Quebec was exempted from environmental regulation. No consideration for its carbon footprint. And of course, it's been built with about $350 million tax dollars subsidizing the operation. So let me get this straight. An Alberta-based company, TransCanada, has been forced to shut down a pipeline that would have given Canada energy independence, brought tens of millions of dollars of value, tens of billions in value, because of its supposed carbon footprint. But a taxpayer-subsidized cement factory gets built in Quebec without any regard for that whatsoever. You know, we Albertans have had enough of this hypocrisy. It's time that we had a government that stood up and demanded fair and equal treatment for this province. If one province is going to take our equalization funds to subsidize a carbon-producing cement factory, then we should be able to ship oil to the rest of the country and to global markets to help to displace conflict oil around the world.